Hey, Unpaid Lunch listeners, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and ad-free as a Prime member on Amazon Music. Find us on social medias and YouTube at Unpaid Lunch. On your break today, Silus King is in studio. He's talking about trying to live out his life at a homestead, and really we just talk about cocks the whole time. All right, time to clock out for lunch. Welcome into Paid Lunch, and thanks for spending your break with us. I'm Heavy D. With me, as always, is Rhino. Joining us today, we got friend of the show, friend of the podcast, friend of me, friend of Rhino. Is he your friend? I guess he's your friend.
Yeah.
He likes him.
Acquaintance. I kind of like him.
Eric.
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm all right.
Don't lie. Also, Wes and Monroe are here, and they're sharing a mic because...
They're huddled over a mic with like one headset on, looking like they're like trying to stay warm over a fire
It's because
in the middle of January.
Monroe's only going to say something if it's like, we need to Google something, and Monroe's like, tells us the answer immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with Jamie.
And then,
Jamie.
who's Jamie?
Rogan. Looks everything up for him.
Oh, Jamie on Rogan, yeah. That's who he is. Wes shook and said, yeah, me too. Everybody is. You got two people to Google shit. Eric is really good at quitting his job.
Yeah.
Quit your jobs, follow your dream shit.
Well, whatever makes money.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know.
He actually brought up a good point. Like I was just joking around saying mild acquaintance and stuff. But the way I met Eric, two incredibly disturbing. One's kind of, whatever. The other one's Midnight Shows is the one I'm fine with. Like me and this man probably linked up, and like not even going together, but probably showed up at the same midnight viewing. What would you say? Probably 50 movies over the course of about 3 years.
Dusty was always there.
Oh,
Wes
yeah.
was always there.
The other part,
When you were a wee little baby, Wes was there.
I would love to have. I would love to see it one more time, and then have all copies, if there are still any copies, burnt and like scattered the ashes somewhere.
Oh,
The Jacktail video.
Soap.
I'm glad that your brain remembers that.
I'm not following.
That was a fun time. I got filthy. They sold it to me. They're like, you just want to play in the mud all day? And I was like, yeah.
I'm not following.
You ever read Jacktails?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're just these like old, aren't they?
It's like Southern
stories?
Appalachian like folklore tales. Is basically what they are.
And Emily was making a STLP video, and we like made a movie, like a short movie from the.
You're talking foreign language.
So I'll break it down for you. So basically, it was for like a
entirely
community school function type thing. It was Round Mountain Heritage, which for those that don't know or aren't familiar, we have like heritage festivals and things like that. It's festival season around here. So it was right around that time. They had this one thing for a long time called, what was it called? Hills and Hollers.
That's still a thing.
It was done through the college. So there was a competition. Basically, they wanted people to create jacktail submissions.
Oh, this is
Very Apple Shop-esque.
No, it took more, but like I kind of remember this.
Okay.
Yeah, like it took a while to kick it in, but I think I know what you're talking about now.
So
We made two of them.
I was only on the first one.
Yeah.
So we done one about this little kid who's basically being sent out to town to go purchase soap. And he leaves from his mother's or grandmother's house or whatever, and along the way he's supposed to remember soap, and then arbitrary things keep happening that causes him to forget what he's supposed to be doing.
All while getting filthy.
Yeah, he's just covered in the mud. So this is our child that's supposed to be sent to the local department.
you do
store.
be dirty.
Aspiring child actor.
Yeah.
So what was awkward
How'd that work out?
is
Cozy.
cozy.
I'd have hated it. That's a whole nother conversation.
Was you part of the project, or was you just invited there as a guest to be on it?
No, they were just they needed a little boy to get filthy in the
So
mud.
that's what happened there.
That's what happened.
What unfortunately ended up happening is I was at her brother's house that evening.
Yeah. Close.
I was at her brother's house that evening, and their father, who I'm mildly terrified of, he's a scary man. Comes out and he's like, "So you guys are gonna be in a video?" I'm like, "We're just here to play something." He's like, "You're gonna be in a video." I was like,
You're doing it.
Okay, so we go up on the mountaintop. I'm like, all right, so what do I do? We're like, okay, we're going to put you in this old woman's dress, get up and bonnet and everything. I'm like,
a skull can eye patch.
yes.
I like it.
Yes. And I literally had to scold him and beat him down with an old woman's dialect and tone. And this was apparently videotaped.
Do the voice.
I can't remember what it was. When I tell you this was, 20 to 25 years ago?
I was a child,
He was like a literal child.
King's Kids.
Yeah.
That type beat.
I would have been 14. So this is probably about 20 to 25 years ago. Maybe 15 or 16.
I'm just interested in your grumpy mom voice.
It was pretty good back then.
It
But my
won
voice
awards.
hadn't really fully changed yet, so
No.
I was really able to tap into
No,
some
she
shit.
got like a bunch of awards and got to go
It
to
cleaned
like
up.
nationals and such.
But here's what sucks. So this is when I was still going to Neon. That was like freshman year at Neon.
Yeah, Rat Row.
I transferred junior year to Whitesburg.
Final voyage.
We go down there and start playing ball and stuff. And this one guy walks up and he goes, I know you. I'm like, you came from Hazard. I don't know you. He's like, no, they had this festival down in Hazard. We watched a video. He's like, you're that soap guy.
What the fuck?
My nickname for my whole entire senior year on our baseball team was Soap.
Soap.
Because of fucking Eric.
I ate one. I was good, you know.
Fuck.
I was good.
I was good, you know.
I was good. I
Should've been a
auditioned
child
for
actor.
a food. I auditioned for a few things, but you know,
You're pretty dramatic.
not dramatic. I just like, I don't know. You want to like, I'm good at just like getting. My pappy just took me places he shouldn't, and you got to like know how to hang out, or it's not fun. So I can just hang out. I'll be who you want me to be. For a
Adaptive.
minute, you know. So no, back to my original point though. So you don't like hip hop, right? But
No.
just you should listen to these like new girl hip hop writers, man. They're hardest bars. I've
He's
heard
been on
in a
this.
long
He's
time.
been on this all day.
This
Dude,
is
and how hot
pre-show.
is Lotto, man?
So pre-show, I got asked multiple times if I was into female rap music. I thought he said
Yeah.
rat music a couple times. It's like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Stop it.
So then Dusty just goes into the episode. So we're still on the back end of, I don't really understand what Eric's talking about.
I just
Cardi B, Nicki.
good bars like
I think
shit
it might,
that makes you want to
I think
fight.
it changed Ryan's life. He listens to strictly Foo Fighters.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
you'd
a
have
mid-90s, early
have
90s
a-
grunge guy.
You'd have a stroke.
I'd like to send you over a Nicki Minaj cliff.
Nah, I want to send over that video I just showed you. Put it on the floor.
He'd be divorced. If you see him that video, he'd be divorced. Guaranteed.
Nah, dude, there's some hard shit in it. She said, "Tell me or not if you think this is hard." It's like in general,
Okay.
like a poem.
This is gonna get cut. I'm already gonna tell you.
No. She says, "Let me pop it off. Point me out the biggest slut and baby girl. Come top it off." That's hard as fuck.
Sure.
I don't feel like. Did you write that?
No, I'd fight somebody if I heard somebody say that. I'd be like, "Who we fighting?"
Can we play that out loud and see if he goes outside and fights somebody?
Dude, I woke up.
I'm not trying to fight me.
We point him towards
Nah, dude. If I didn't fight you that one night,
Be a solid fight. Oh
I think
yeah.
you-
Eric.
Who
has-
wins that fight? Him or
I'm pretty squirrely, but I don't know.
Squirrely. He's
probably
literally a
got
squirrel.
unreal strength.
Yeah,
you
he's-
know? He's got
he
like
could flip you.
scary
You
strength.
got to remember though, he's swimming with sharks.
Yeah, I have swam with sharks. That does it really life changing experience. I suggest everyone in the world do it. Like it really like recalibrated my brain.
Swim with sharks, dude.
Swim with dude. No, I was like
I don't even know where we're going, but let's just go ahead and dive
We're
into that.
getting there.
Swimming
I'm
with
a
sharks.
farmer. Yeah, this is about
We're
work,
getting there.
but like, dude, I listened to this Bobby Lee's podcast. Probably shouldn't say that. He got canceled a few times, but Bobby Lee's
It's
podcast.
fine.
His girlfriend at the time was talking about how she went to Hawaii and swam with sharks, and that it made her feel like a feeling she had never felt, and like immediately looked where the closest place I could swim with sharks, and it was Jupiter, Florida.
Carfork.
Yeah, Carfork. Meth sharks.
It's actually just a car door.
No, but
Yeah. Sick of that. But I looked it up, dude. It's only like $200, and you got a whole thing of videos and
yo,
pictures.
you gonna pay for it?
yeah.
Bitch, I can take you to Myrtle Beach. You can swim with sharks.
Nah, dude. It
You just go out there far enough.
Hold on. Let me run this day back. So I wake up, right?
That was the cutest throat clear I've ever seen on air.
I wake up, right? And me and this
Sus.
dude,
What you said was sus.
A little bit.
this dude at the hostel was going to drive me because I was worried about seasickness and like, you know, like what if something bad happened or whatever. So we go to rent a car. I'm trying to get a cheap car. Oh, we're sold out of those. All we have is a convertible BMW. So then I'm like, all right, like I got to be there in 45 minutes. Like just give me whatever you have. So we get a BMW, raise hell all the way to Jupiter. Then we get to Jupiter.
Out of context, this conversation is very confusing.
Well, we get
In context, it's a little confusing.
I'm just here for the
well,
ride.
we get to Jupiter, right? And it's at this yacht club. All the boats are docked at this yacht club. And I go up. I don't remember. I remember Captain John's name. I don't remember this girl's name. Dude, she just walks up to me and hands me a piece of paper. And I forget I'm in Florida all the time. No one wears clothes in Florida. And dude, it like took me aback. like I gasped, like clutched my pearls. And then she just giggled and laughed and walked off. That was our second mate, right? So then I fill out. You have to sign a bunch of waivers. It's like if you get hurt and shit, you know, you ain't gonna sue them or whatever. So we get on Captain John. Solid guy, bleach blonde, sun bleached hair. Had to at least be like 46, like salty looking, but like Matthew McConaughey kind of guy, right? So then we ride the boat out like 2 hours. You have to drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours out in the middle of the ocean. You set up flags. And I told that girl.
You drove?
Yeah, on the boat. Yeah. But I told that girl, right, the first mate, whatever they call it, I said, the only thing that freaks me out is I can't see the bottom. And she went, oh, I've touched the bottom. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I free dive. And I was like, oh, your lungs get like the size of your fists. And she's like, yeah. She's like, it feels like skydiving. But I've touched the bottom, don't worry. Well, then...
I've touched that. She's a professional diver, though. It's like I've touched the bottom. It's like,
but, well, no, it just made me feel better. And everybody else on the boat was supposed to be in the cage. Like me and one other person was the only one that was supposed to be outside of the cage. I paid extra for it, and it was like hurricane season, so we probably shouldn't be out there anyway. So they were like, we can't use
this
the
whole
cage.
thing's sketchy.
Nah, dude, I was swimming with sharks, like come hell or high water, and so they were like, if you're going out with us, you're like getting in the boat. And these are all strangers. I don't know any of these people. And so me and the other two are like hyping them up. That girl's swimming around with a video camera, hand feeding sharks. And then like they're wild sharks, they're migratory sharks. Is like it's not legal to like have pet sharks, you know. So and they're bull sharks, reef sharks. I just missed tiger shark season. But she's like swimming around and we get in, dude. And like you hold on to a rope and you float and watch her like swim around and feed sharks and take pictures. And then one of them, like you have to kind of like they give you a rundown. Like if a shark's swimming at you have to like look at it. You can't look off. You can't like splash around. You know, like you got to act like for a lack of better, for a lack of better terms, like not like Andrew Tate alpha, but just like real life.
Andrew Tate alpha would work too. Kick it in the head.
No, I don't know. Put it in a sex ring or something.
Oh fuck. Hashtag release the names.
But anyway, yeah, like one swam at me, dude, and they'd like bump on you and stuff. But if they get too close, Captain John would smack the water. And they'd like hit at it and stuff, and then we just throw.
Can I be honest with you about something?
What?
I think you made all that up.
Nah, dude, I got pictures and videos.
I'm just kidding.
He's got receipts.
Dude, but I came out of the water and I immediately got seasick. Like the boat was moving a different direction. We floated for like an hour and a half. It wasn't even like it was like you got in the water. You just like swam around with
I
sharks.
have zero desire to do that. I don't care.
No.
I don't care if it make me out. I don't need to be alpha.
Well,
I'm
he's
good
very
with it.
thin. We're very rotund.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I smell a lot more like meat than you do.
It's not even that. It was just like when I got out, I was just like, whatever anxiety I had before it was done. I was like, I legitimately could have died if I didn't act right. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I drive through Kona doing like 85, like at like 8 in the morning. That's close.
Yeah, but you got
This is close to dying.
I don't know it like. I think that's the takeaway. I've tried to put into words for me. It's just like you're there and you're like, as long as I act right, I'm good. You know. And it was like, dude, I walked down that the guy was waiting for me. That he drove me.
I just have a hard time acting right, wouldn't you?
And
just be down there and be like,
can't take you anywhere.
Can I punch it?
Well, he
I can
looked
punch
at me.
it.
He
I'm gonna
looked
punch
at me
it.
and he went, "How do you feel?" And I was like, "Man, untouchable." Like I felt like, and it probably
fucking
wasn't,
fight the
like,
first dude on the
dude,
street.
No, I swear to God, man, I was like, if you smart off to me, I'm gonna pop.
Even if he whoops your ass, you'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I'd be like, hey,
If somebody
yes,
launched
I'm a fucking
those
predator.
lyrics that he said a minute ago, he's ready to fight.
Fucking
Oh,
go.
dude, no. When she said, so there's another song she's in. I woke up and it was on TikTok, and she said she bought a chain, so I bought the same one, even bigger. I was like, I hope when we catching a body. When we catching a body, I was like, put it up.
We were gonna release a rap album.
I'd love to. I'd love to, but it'd be so corny. It'd probably be good as a fucked up thing. You know, I love it, like, historically. Like, not just like, you know how some people are like, oh my God, I love rap, but it's like, not really. Like, I do like rap. And like, here lately, I've been listening to like Spanish music. But that Mexican OT dropped an album, and I've been back on rap again.
Shit's pretty good, actually. It's not like the shit you hear at like El Azul.
No, I like, it's like well, that's I can't pronounce the word, but it's like, so like reggaeton is more Caribbean, that kind of beat, but then the it's like corrado. I'm saying it wrong.
Literally, the only Hispanic music that I've heard is Bad Bunny. And that's
reggaeton, yeah.
My brother,
and LWO's the entrance.
Well, it's that, but my son just blasts.
Well, he's got a song called Booker T. You know,
Think your son's more woke than you are?
He might be.
Dude, Bad Bunny's fucking good though. Dude, there's a song. It's arguably one of the prettiest music videos I've ever seen, and it's got Rosalia in it, and she's from Spain. But the beginning is beautiful. Like it's just like the lyrics are like so beautiful, and then you go from immediately to that.
What's it like just tripping all the time?
No, you go from that, and the next lyric he says is, "You're so wet I could baptize you," or something like that. And it's like, what? She just said you told her that you would die for her, and now you're talking about making her wet and baptized. Get the fuck out! Like, what are you doing? I was down for a minute. Put me in the middle. Make a sandwich out of me. Both are great, right? But just like, what? Keep talking sweet to me like that. Tell me you'll die for me and shit. You know, that's what I'm looking for.
God.
So listen.
That's that type of shit I'm looking for.
I don't even think we have a segue to get into the actual topic.
It's fine. We're just gonna cut this first 20 minutes.
No, dude, this is big. See, this is the kind of podcast shit I like to do. This is the kind of podcast I had, and this is the kind of podcast I like to have again. Just fucking whatever, bullshit around. We can have an agenda or whatever, but like, I like to fuck off.
Well, you're in the right place.
Well, you're in the right fucking place, because I don't know what we're talking about most of the time.
Dude, yeah, no, but listen to more Bad Bunny.
I'll check it out. I mean, I don't mind.
He's got a protest song, right? It's a protest song. And the lyrics are, Puerto Rico's fucking great. And then he says, how's it go? But the lyrics are, I love Puerto Rican pussy. But it's a protest song. Me gusta la chocha de Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's the lyric. He just chants it, and it's like a club beat, and it's just like Jersey Shore type shit.
Why can we not be live right now?
Yeah. But it's a protest song. He's like talking shit about the governor and like Logan Paul and all that shit. But it's like talking about how much
I feel like I'm getting sexually assaulted by this fly.
Yeah,
dude, there's a fucking fly that is just fucking us up.
Me a couple times.
It's fucking us up.
We can talk about work.
Well, no, I was going to say, speaking of bunnies, you have a farm.
I do.
Hell, you did pull a segue out of that.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I do have.
You want to press the button?
In a little bit. I'm too far away.
Okay. Can't find it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I farm. I think I'm more of a baker.
You have literal farm animals.
Yeah. But I make more money from bacon.
Well, yeah, you do make good money from baking.
Homesteading. I'm a homesteader.
What is a homesteader?
Well, you about to learn today.
That's what I'm hoping for.
No, I am trying to be like more. Like, I don't want to buy meat, and I don't want to buy, like, I ain't bought an egg in God knows how long. But yeah, like, I got lambs now, and they'll turn into sheep, and then they'll have babies. And
so how that works?
I can eat those. At a year old, they become a sheep.
Do you know the percentage of people that don't know a bull is a male cow?
Yeah.
They literally don't fucking know that.
No, dude, people are dumb.
Most people. It's wild.
It's not their fault.
Different creature.
It's not their fault. It's just like,
I guess they just think there's male and female cows, and then there's bulls, and they're like, well, bulls are so much more aggressive than cows. I was like, yeah, they're the fucking males.
Dude,
and then you throw in steers, and they're like, what?
Yeah, what is that?
What's a steer?
But not everyone's a farm nepotism baby, Dusty. You know, not everybody got that luxury.
I don't feel like I don't feel like I get to grow up anywhere on any sort of farm to know that.
You didn't grow up on a farm, but you're in like a rural part of the world. You got.
I think I have a brain that I use.
Yeah, but like, dude, when I went to Denver,
I'm insulting so many people.
Well,
If you didn't know,
not,
if you didn't know, a bull is a male cow. Can't milk them.
You can.
Won't
You can
get
try.
milk.
but no, I just think people are
Also, brown cows do not produce chocolate. milk.
the government doesn't want people to know.
Hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you
We're
something.
going
about
down that road now.
Let me tell you. No, I'm ready. Let me tell you something about the
I don't
fucking
want
government.
to.
No, let me tell you.
The
All right,
fucking government.
I ain't seen no birds in a week.
Bro,
All right.
come to my house then.
I'm telling you, I ain't seen no birds. Only noises. I only heard bird noises. There wasn't no
Nah,
fucking
dude.
birds. Nothing ate my bird food. Monroe was there. There's no birds for like a week. We've not had any birds. And then the fucking bird food starts going away, and the birds
Squirrels.
start showing back up.
I think I know who ate the bird food.
Ah, fuck, man. Whatever. Birds aren't real.
No, I
Eric,
have.
tell them birds aren't real.
No, if I didn't own them, I would say that. But I own pigeons.
Yeah, you're fucking government.
Nah, dude. Nah. I mean, I'm.
You a cop?
Nah, fuck no.
I know those sunglasses kind of look, or not sunglasses, but actual glasses.
It's just Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna-
Undercover vibes.
Not a cop.
We gotta have a cop on the podcast soon. And
Oh,
we have
I
a
was
couple.
part of a big
I
conversation.
thought you had old Bubby on.
Do we just want to shout him out so he has to come on
Yeah,
and guilt him into it?
I thought you had old Bubby
Old
already.
Officer Holbrook?
Officer
I thought you
Holbrook.
had his brother on already.
No.
Oh yeah, I love him. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
Did they tell you about that the other night? So we're at the football game, the Leicester Central game, and they're tailgating, eating what looks like the most exquisite taco bar I've ever seen at a football game.
I'm into
It's
it.
pretty epic. But I walk back there, and Corey pulls me over. He's like, Dusty just messaged me and said, you need to hurry up and come on the show.
Motherfucker, he didn't even respond to me.
And then I turn around, and Holbrook's right next to him. He's like, he said the same thing to me. I was like,
I thought y'all already had.
and immediately I was like,
Y'all
you guys
catch me
need to
up.
come on the show.
Y'all catch me up in networking. Yeah. Yes, I sent 15 people a message. Also, doesn't make it. I want you 15 people to come on the podcast.
I think birds are real though. I own a bunch.
Well,
The government don't like some of mine either.
you probably catch rainwater and all kinds of other illegal shit.
That's not illegal in Kentucky, is it?
Yeah, I think it's illegal. I think it's a federal law.
No. So
You don't
state by
fucking.
state.
Do you
Is it
know?
illegal to catch rainwater?
Some
Yeah,
states,
most places it is.
Why?
Because they can't tax rainwater you catch.
Oh,
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know that. Was not
What's
aware.
the other reason? They claim because you can't tell what's in the water, right?
You
like
can test your
like you
water.
can't test your own water.
I don't think you should drink rainwater. You need to filter it.
Well, yeah, you need to filter any water.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get a spring, not really. If you got
A spring around here, I probably would.
oh, for sure.
It's probably just sewage.
I'm probably gonna have like
Coming out of somebody's
I'm gonna
fucking-
have some like weird diseases from being a kid drinking spring water that came out of the mountain from around here. But yeah,
That's
in
all cold
theory-
water. Every bit of it's cold water.
Hard OG,
Cold refuge.
hard
Tasty
OG
good.
Andy P told me any spring in Letcher County is just probably sewage.
I believe that.
Yeah. Rip.
There's a spring on my mountainside, and the dogs drink it, so it has to be good then, don't it?
I don't know, man. Dogs drink antifreeze.
My dogs drink my piss out of the toilet, so there's that too.
Well, your piss is probably really sweet from the diabetes.
Probably, yeah.
But no, I own.
That's
yeah.
fair. I didn't
But
think
no,
about that.
my goal is to get as
Sugar
far removed.
discharge.
Let me get a cup.
I'd like to be as far removed from like factory farming as I could be, but also sell shit.
We'll talk about selling shit.
I mean, I sell muffins and shit
To who?
Listen,
at the
to
farmers
me.
market,
There you go.
at Food City around.
So we were randomly coming out of Food City the other day, and
I always stop by because the pharmacy people buy shit.
yeah, Britt said I bought some desserts. I'm like, from who? She's like, from Eric. I was like,
Yeah.
Eric who? She's like, Eric. And now all of a sudden I see him just walking along. I was like, what'd you buy? She's like, I don't know. They're like Butterfingers.
The boy can bake.
We
Homemade
destroyed the shit out of them. They didn't even make them back to McRoberts.
He always makes me special brownies.
I'm about
They're
to
good.
fuck up the sound.
I
of
made
this
some
podcast.
muffins the other day, dude. They were good.
Just explosive
They were
sounds.
s'mores flavored.
No, you got it. You handled it. Look at us.
Handle it like a fucking
Those
pro.
s'mores
I'm gonna come over.
brownies,
Hobgoblin's about to do a backflip.
those s'mores brownies are good. I used to have.
Shout
them
out Cody
ice
Prater.
cream here. Shit, rest in peace.
I think the hobgoblin's about to do a backflip. Oh, shout out, Cody.
But no, yeah, I eventually want to sell chickens. I got like rare breed chickens.
You're a fucking rare breed.
That's true.
See, that's another thing. It's like you talk about chickens. I just think of chickens as chickens.
Nah, dude.
I like
there's-
breeds and
Yeah, see, only reason I do any different is because I had a neighbor
that fought chickens.
pre-flood,
Oh,
that knew all kinds of fucking shit
Yeah,
about
me.
chickens, and he made me always come down and help him with chickens because
Yeah, and I don't have any help at my.
Yeah, so I had to come down and help. Now
The first time I was
alone.
ever around a chicken, like within like arm's grasp of a chicken, it was a dead chicken.
Oh yeah.
Had a
Like
bunch
chicken
of
tenders.
You should come over. I got some
chicken
really
tenders.
nice chickens, but I've also got some chickens that need a little bit of attitude readjustments. I had one about slipped my wrist yesterday.
Well, these definitely had attitude. It was Travis Cantrell.
You ever choke your chicken?
Oh yeah.
Travis pulled me up like
all
the head of
time.
a freaking holler in Mac Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like, you want to see something freaking cool? I was like, yeah. All of a
got
sudden,
such a percentage of stories into
Dude,
Travis
yeah.
Cantrell fucking something.
these fucking chickens pop out with fucking razor blades and start going Mortal Kombat,
Oh,
like
fucking-
decapitating each other. I'm like, oh
Yo,
shit.
his daddy kept fighting chickens on the hillside up there
He was-
forever.
dude, no, I remember when his little brother was always in class.
And you
talking
remember-
about fighting them and shit. I'd be like, man, don't do that.
You remember who lived at the head of the holler up there?
It's legal back then, though.
Yeah, I think it was.
You remember who lived at the head of my holler up there? And remember he got in trouble for drugs all them times.
Yeah, it was his house.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It was
all
his
this-
house.
Yeah, he had all kinds of fighting
He was
chickens.
back behind his house.
Yeah.
The last state to make it illegal was 08. In that wild Louisiana held out.
Oh, they're just now like people still fight in Louisiana like it's legal though, and the cops
Oh,
do it.
they still fight here like it's legal.
Yeah.
Well, back then, we're going completely off topic.
No, this is farming. I got five
This is
chickens.
farming.
I don't
So you
fight
said
them.
08, right?
08 in Louisiana.
So
yeah.
that makes sense because I graduated in 04. Somewhere around 06, 07, I started working at Walmart in Virginia. Made really good friends with a guy over there who like had chickens everywhere. Like he would show me pictures and stuff all the time. He's like, this one's my prized one. I was like, why? He's like, it's never lost a fight. I was like, oh, you fight them? He's like, yeah, we go down to he basically called it like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, they have big, huge, massive competitions. It's like literally like 15, 20,000 people show up.
And it's not like you think. It's not like a bunch of people like
No, here's
it's
the-
not a bunch of people like. It's not in a nasty place and a bunch of
No,
people
it
doing
was
drugs
like,
and stuff.
it was
It's
like the
like the
fucking
Expo
Super Bowl
Yeah.
of chicken
Well,
fighting. It was crazy.
In countries where it's legal and shit, there's like billboards. It's like, come to the Pikeville, East Kentucky Expo Center and watch the chicken fights.
I don't think it's any more violent than UFC.
I'm not into it. I think we're past it as
Yeah,
like a-
I'm not into it, but
It's one of the oldest sports in existence.
I'm not
though,
into it.
you
But
know?
isn't it like it's not? It's barely as violent as UFC.
I mean, something dies.
Not all the time.
But now, a lot of people don't fuck with the knives. A lot of people
Right.
I've met, they're like, nah, they say that like ruined it. But I don't know anything about it. I just think they're pretty. I collect the feathers.
He's just worried. Like, he
It's
fucking.
literally Pokemon.
It is.
He's
No, it is.
Pokemon. Yeah.
It's
There's a
Pokemon.
bunch of different breeds. He'll like
Oh,
start
no.
spouting shit off. And I'm
If,
like,
if it was the 80s, I'd be Ash Ketchum. But it ain't the 80s. And we're past it. You know
We're
what I
past
mean?
it.
I got some mean motherfuckers at home.
Wes got something to say.
With your chickens, do you have one?
Talking to the mic, Wes.
I'm sorry. With your chickens, do you have one named Little Jerry?
Fucking little Jerry.
No, I've got Cinnamon named after Canelo. I've got Mike named after Mike Tyson.
There's a Seinfeld episode. That's what he's referring to.
Okay.
There's a Seinfeld episode where he gets like he is a fucking chicken. Like he gets a pet chicken. I don't remember the circumstances he got
Every
the chicken.
sitcom
Hot take.
in the 90s had a chicken.
Hot
pet.
take.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you?
Fuck Seinfeld.
Don't you do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
Get
a
the fuck
trash.
out
I'm not a
of here.
Seinfeld fan.
Trash.
God,
Never really
y'all
watched.
fucking wrong.
Trash.
It's all right to be wrong.
No, but chickens are cool. Yeah, dude. I've got American game fowl. I've got
Favorite show is probably
Polish.
How I Met Your Mother.
I've got
It's up there.
Yeah,
I've
I
got-
fucking know it. It called that
It's up there.
shit.
What's up
lasted
there?
too long. It should have been 4 seasons.
Yeah, they should have cut that a long time ago.
Ted's a dick.
He is.
I've never seen it.
Ted's an asshole.
It's hot
Ted's
take.
a dick.
It's garbage.
Ted's a dick. Jim from The Office is a dick. Fuck him.
He is a dick. No,
He's
Wes,
a
give
dick.
him that look. He's an
He's
asshole.
a
You know
dick.
he
Talking
is.
about. He's the fucking
Yeah.
shittiest person on that show. He's so
Sheldon
mean to
Cooper.
everybody.
Dick.
Yeah, but that's like, you know,
That's his character, though.
yeah, smart. But no, I've got American game fowl. I got
What are we
Polish.
talking about?
We're talking about his
I got old
Pokemon
English,
1 through 151.
I got old English game bantams.
You got Easter chickens?
I got a couple hens. I got Wyandottes. I got Australorps. I got Appenzeller Spitz and Hobbins.
Fucking gotta catch them all.
It's Appenzeller Spitz.
Is that
and
the
Hobbins.
second or third evolution?
Dude, they look wild. They really do look like Pokemon. A lot of my chickens do look like Pokemon, especially. No, I'm serious. That one, I
They're
went
like
in-
Pokemon because they don't fly away. Like I would say Pokemon has a lot to do with chickens.
No, those games can fly away. They one of my little pullets roosts in the top of a tree.
There's a whole
But,
movie about that.
But yeah, the other day, dude, I've been tying them out. In classic redneck.
What's that
fashion.
mean?
You know, you get a cord and a pole and you put it in the ground. You tie their leg to the cord, and they got all this space to explore.
Oh,
So it's basically like a chicken leash.
Yeah, and dude,
cock leash.
I went to pull him out. He's just the cage is too small, and it's fun to like put him in a new spot of grass every day. But dude, I went to grab his leg because like I picked the cage up. I was gonna grab him. I didn't even go to grab his leg. I went to like grab his body, and he like turned around and like flustered up, and I was like, "Bub, come on! Like I'm trying to give you more room." And I went in to like get him. He jumped up and started like going. His spur hit the fat of my hand, and it like left it. Like, you know when you get cut, but not really?
Yeah.
It was like that.
That confused me.
I 100% know what he's saying.
And I just looked at it, and I was like...
You know when you get fucked up, but you don't.
I was like, what the fuck, man? And I bought him off this old man, and this old man probably sharpened his spurs. And it fucking hurt. And I was pissed about it. I'm getting my buddy to saw him off. So.
He said, "What'd you say about if you knew the other one was a rooster?"
What?
You said if you knew the baby was a rooster.
Oh, dude, if I knew the diddle that was running around I hatched that him and that hen had was a rooster, I'd have fucking fed him.
He'd already killed that.
I was so goddamn pissed. Well, I was like, dude, no one's home. An ambulance is like 30 minutes away. How the fuck am I going to drive with a fucking slit wrist?
If you die from a chicken cutting your wrist and you bleed out on your foot,
people are going to think I'm fighting them. That's what it is. How the heck die a chicken?
Just send me one last snap while you're dying of being like, "Hey, save this. I'm not fighting chicken."
Nah, dude, I was mad. I was like, I'd fucking eat you if I knew like I could replace you. And then I was like, but I'm just gonna get my buddy to saw the spurs off because it's better for the hens anyway. But yeah, he jumped up and kicked me. Well, then I was like, all right, that's how we're playing it. I walked inside and put my thickest hoodie on. And I walked outside like fucking stone cold, and I picked that cage up, and I sent it flying, and I just grabbed him, flipped him upside down. I put that thing around his leg. I threw him on the ground. I said, "I'll feed you to the fucking dogs." When I went to put him up in the evening, he just stood as still as possible. And, like, I took it off and put him in his cage, and I was like, I'm not dying trying to take care. I love it. It's a great chicken. Like, he's beautiful too, but he's a blue pile. And piles I bought this book about them. Piles.
My dad's got some. You know that shit. You talk to my dad more than I do.
Your dad don't know what he has.
No, you don't have a fucking clue because Harold's keeping them.
No, he don't edit that out. We don't. I ain't pillow talking. Shit. I don't agree with it, but I ain't pillow talking. But
we don't cut shit.
No.
No, your dad's got a historic breed. He's got Doms. But yeah, no, I pulled in the gas station the other day. I pulled in the gas station the other day, Ryan, and I get out of the car, and man, I just had too many chickens for a minute. So if I seen you and you asked me what I was doing, I'd be like, "Why don't you come and buy some chickens, bub?" Well, I got out of the car, and Thurman went, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing, buddy." I said, "Why don't you come over and buy some chickens?" He went, "I'm looking for fighting chickens." And I was like, "Well, I got some blue face and some blue piles and some coal miner blues." And he went, "What are those?" I was like,
"What are those?"
I was like, "Well," and this guy beside him went, "Those are some good fighting chickens." I was like, "Well,
And
I
what
don't
was his
fight
name?
them, but I told you I don't pillow talk. I don't agree with it, all right, but I ain't pillow talking because if they get caught, they just kill them all, and I don't agree with that.
Really?
You know, up the road got busted. You know what they did with all them roosters?
Boiled them.
Threw them in a furnace alive.
Yeah.
And
Are you
put some of
shitting
them in a garbage bag and smothered them. And it's like, dude, the cop told me that. I looked at him. I said, "Buddy, I got $200. Pick whichever one's got the greenest legs out and put $200 on it." And he went, "Eric, that's animal abuse." I went, "What the fuck did you just do?"
Yeah, if it's animal abuse, we're trying to stop animal abuse. We're gonna kill them all.
And he went, "Well, they can't go back to normal farm life." I said, "Where the fuck
Well,
do you think they were
before the-
living before? A farm?"
Before the Vic thing, they did that to dogs too. When they found
Yeah.
dog fighting rings, they just killed them.
Yeah.
But the Vic thing was in the public eye, so they were like, they can't just kill a bunch of fucking
That's
dogs.
the thing that people don't understand about.
And I say Vic because it probably wasn't Michael.
But like the different chicken
I
breeds.
think it was Marcus.
Yeah, I think you took the fall for it.
You really do?
I always thought that.
But you know, like
It's
chicken
a hot
breeds, they say that those chicken breeds are trained to be mean. But let me tell you something, they aren't. It's just an extra step in keeping them. That's the way people need to look at it. But where it's livestock.
So like a pit.
Yeah, it's like you're keeping a Rottweiler, pit, or cattle dog. So you have extra steps. If the roosters get around each other, they're going to murder one another. It may take 3 hours, but they're going to fuck up. I hatched some off, and 2 days after I put them in the brooder, they was fighting. I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got fucking time. 2, they're 2 days old. They was grabbing a hold of each other and fucking kicking. And it's like, it's just an extra step. Like, I had to separate them. You know, that's like, I'm a responsible owner. All my shit's separated in big cages. that's how you have to keep them. But they look at it as like they can't rehabilitate them. And I'm like, dude, fucking at least make them into dog food.
So
if you're gonna kill them.
You basically just self-sustain yourself with the farm shit.
I'd like to.
That's where you're at. Like eventually,
Yeah.
right? But then you really make. I mean, you make decent money selling baked goods.
Yeah, and then I have rare chickens like some like the Talbot Polish day-old chicks sell for $25.
Fucking the
If I did want to sell the games, I have a buddy that. Well, I've paid a lot for games, but I have a buddy.
the transcription of this episode is gonna be all fucked. Everything's- all these words in it, it's like I don't know what they are.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like I have those Appenzeller Spitzenhabens. They're egg layers. but they're
You're
so
just
rare.
making shit up now.
You
No, he's
know.
just saying shit. Like
People-
he's like, for taking chick stibbits.
People pay a lot for the game bainies too. You know, they're the size of your hand, dude.
I can't hold the fuck up.
They're the size of your hand, dude.
Hold up.
Can someone get a Pokédex out?
What do people pay a lot for?
Game bainies.
Game bainies.
Gang bainies.
Those
I know what it sounds like.
those usually don't cost much.
Old English game bainies. They dude, a good pair. You're paying like $150, $125. If you would have told me in high school that I could have a living breeding and selling chickens, that's what I'd done most of my life. I would have never quit. And that's kind of like I want to sell hatching eggs. I don't really want to sell chicks. Which I do most of my stuff just for breed preservation. Like the games, when that dude told me they killed all of them, I was like, I'm getting a trio of my favorite color, and that way I'm never going to get in trouble for anything, so they're never going to be at risk of being, like, put in a furnace. You know what I mean? And then that way, because, dude, you'd be shocked a lot of chickens that's almost went extinct because, dude, there's, like, 6 different game breeds, like, fighting breeds. Asia's got their own style of it.
Asian cock.
The
Cock.
Western hemisphere has, like,
Western cock.
their own version of it.
So
No, fun fact, you know how in bald eagles, the country's symbol?
Eagle cock.
That was like
Let's
a
get past
last
this,
minute.
guys.
That was like
I can't do it. I'm 8 now.
that was like a last minute change. It was going to be an American game fowl because all the presidents fought chickens in the Oval Office.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Shit.
Yeah, it was like if
The
you
more
went,
you know.
if you went to school like elementary school.
I wish we
in
should get that.
in like the
As a thing.
1800s. You got assigned a rooster to raise, and you'd fight it in recess.
We should get that as a button. We should get the more you know.
I'm
as
trying
a
to learn
button.
about chickens, but you
is
just
there
will not
money-
hush.
is there money
Yeah. I mean, it's just less work. And chicks die, dude. I hatched 57 off the other day for 3 weeks, man. I mean, it's 4 weeks now. I've cleaned the brooder every day. New bedding, new water, the right kind of medicine in the water, right kind of food. All 57 of them lived for 3 weeks. One day, fucking 8 of them died.
Don't know why.
Don't know why. So my buddy come over. I've been letting them out, in the daytime and stuff. They've been loving it.
Temperature change or anything
Dude,
you
fucking
think?
rained one day, and they just
Yeah.
didn't get out of the rain. So I was in my yard, man. No, they didn't kill them. I had to like put them under like heat and stuff. But the rain came out of nowhere. I didn't know it was supposed to rain, or I probably wouldn't have let
It's
them
like a
out.
lottery.
But dude, yeah, like chicks are just so flimsy. I don't want to like hatch them and raise them. I mean, next year I'm just gonna let a lot of hens do the raising because it's easier. They're stronger. They know more. But yeah, I'd like to sell hatch eggs. I have an incubator, but you have to hatch quail. They won't hatch their own eggs normally.
Oh yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, the Katorniks really won't.
They just don't like their kids.
Well, they've been in like farm style living for the last 2,000 to 3,000 years, and like egg laying chickens don't really go broody. Some of them do. I mean, I'm not going to say none of them do, but like
I'm sure you can probably like breed that out of them, right? I mean, you can breed it.
Well, it
like,
has been. You want them?
well, no, I mean breed it back into them. I mean,
yeah, you cross it with the game hen.
yeah.
Game chickens sit on anything. They'll hatch anything. All they want to do is hatch. But like you want an egg layer to just lay eggs. You don't want them to go sitting because then they're not going to lay an egg for 21 days.
Oh,
And then they're not going to lay an egg after
That makes sense.
for like 6 weeks because they're raising babies. So you're losing like 3 months of egg laying if you have. So yeah, like so it's similar with the quail. It was kind of just like bred out of them.
So this is going to sound stupid, but I would consider like a lot of this like private sector type work, like income generation, stuff like that. Like obviously at one point you was in public sector doing traditional 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
What was like
Sales and
the
shit.
fuck this, I'm done with this shit.
Dude, I'm
going to be self-sustainable.
I've never wanted a permanent job. Every job.
Nobody does.
No.
Preach.
But like, no. You can ask Dusty. Like throughout my entire life, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm only here till I figure something else out. And it's like I never get in a mindset of being like some people are like, oh my god, I love my job I just started. I've never had that. I'm always just like, when can I leave?
Yeah.
because this is like when I was working on the podcast, I'd much rather been working on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, now I have chickens. I'd much rather work with the chickens and the sheep and the garden and shit.
Well, you love that shit. Right?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm a nepotism baby for farming,
Yeah.
you know. Trust fund baby, but like white, you know.
And I love the content that comes with it too. Like you do the TikTok, you know.
I need to do more, but it's just kind of hard. I need to pay somebody to just follow me around. If I did that, I'd have way better.
just pay somebody to follow you and just record everything you did.
I'd live stream all day.
Just wear a GoPro.
Yeah.
Like out from your body on like a fucking extension.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Well, the problem with that though, like I think a lot of the content I do put out is very curated. Not that I'm doing anything wrong, but like I don't want to have like a dirty water just because I didn't clean it that day and like somebody like bitch at me or whatever. So I am kind of like,
yeah.
But my plan and my goal for right now is to do what I kind of just said a minute ago. I would like to make like, you know, you get on YouTube or TikTok and it's like beginner chickens you should get. And it's like no one's doing like intermediate chickens you should get. And
I feel like that's incredibly like untapped.
Yeah, so
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to do that. Like all the fucking game chicken YouTube channels suck, dude. Other than the ones that are just like they go on farm tours, but no one talks or gives information. But man, there's these people that it's like it pop up and it's like clear they fight chickens, right? With peace and love, you do you. I don't care, but like I try whatever, right?
Or they're at least insinuating they do.
Yeah, they know they
even they're completely fake.
Fully openly fighting chickens on YouTube, but. I'm like, okay, cool. You'll teach me how to breed. Like for the color blue's weird to breed. If you got 2 blue chickens, you can get black splash or blue babies.
So what's splash?
It's white and black splashes. And
chicken.
so it's cool to like learn about genetics and like the right kind of inbreeding and stuff like that. But then you'll like get on to watch a video and you're like, okay, cool. The video's starting. And you're sitting there and you're getting preached at for like 45 minutes. And you're like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm not into that, but like, whatever. And you just keep fast forward. And it's like, when are you going to teach me how to breed these chickens? And then, dude, one day I was watching one and it was like how to line breed a certain breed. Dude, the first 45 minutes, they were just like so hateful about like all kinds of shit. And I was like, bro, I don't want to listen to this shit. And it's the only resource for like game chickens. And then any other videos you find about like,
fucking do it then.
No, I'm it's just like a planning for it. But like, you know, the there's a lot of chicken breeds that are critically endangered because no one knows about them. And then like they are harder to keep. Like these Appenzeller Spitzenhabens, meaner than fuck.
Every time you say that,
Meaner than fuck. And they're kind of wild like a game chicken, so you kind of need to let them free range or give them a big cage. But they lay like 250 white eggs a year. But they're harder to keep than a Buff Orpington because the Buff Orpington can't really fly. They'll hatch and nest
why do you learn how to
off.
make a Buff Orpington?
You know, they're easier to keep. But a lot of people don't know there's like levels to it, like dogs, right? Like I have cattle dogs, right? Cattle dogs are not a dog that I would suggest somebody to get for their first dog.
Nope.
It's just it's a reality. I have 70 acres and sheep and chickens, and we're working all day, and we get 3 hours of scheduled like hard training every day, and he's still probably pissed off that I'm not home right now, right? Chickens are the same way. Like if you ask me what chicken, I don't know. I'd tell you a game chicken first. They're really people friendly. You want a nice chicken for you and your kid. Like if your kid wants a chicken that it can hold, I'd tell you get a little game baney. Love all my game banies. They're nice chickens in the world. But a game chicken, they were bred to be nice to people and mean to animals like the pit bulls were. So you're going to get a nice... But they're harder to keep. Like I said,
nice
like with Buff Orpingtons, right? You can just turn them loose. They'll breed. A bunch of roosters show up together.
Buff cock.
Yo, whatever, man. Buff Orpington sounds like a pro wrestler's name.
It does.
It really does.
They might have an occasional spat, but it's fine. You can just turn them loose or whatever. But you got a bunch of games running loose, you're going to have a bunch of fucking dead roosters. You know? So it's just like, and the same with like keeping Polish is a little bit harder because their feathers are a little bit different.
How are you from Mac Roberts and you know less about
I don't know
game
anything about
fighting?
chickens.
That's wild to me. That's
I
wild.
just
I
read
guess
a few books in the last couple months about game chickens because
You
I want
really
the most.
know how sheltered my upbringing was.
Yeah,
Like,
I
come
know.
on
I
now.
guess I don't think about it. I just feel like you just like it's like 3 houses down from you. You know when you
I
grow
didn't
up.
leave my house.
Well, I
that's
also
true.
think too, like information
Except
about
watch my
animals.
brother hit a
Not
cat
everybody
against
is like can keep all kinds of animals, you know. So if you can't have them, it's like why would you learn about them?
Yeah, I mean, plus every place that I've ever lived at, it's like house on top of house on top of house, so it's kind of hard to keep stuff like
They
that.
keep game chickens like that up the road.
I mean, I believe that, but like what you're talking about is more expansive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the roof.
Yeah,
There's somebody that breeds doves in town, right?
yeah.
They're on the.
Dude, a black snake ate my doves.
Well, that happens.
Do you have to deal with a whole lot of that, like snakes and stuff?
So I tried to
predators?
get into house birds, and I would still like to, but when I'm in like my
House
actual
car.
remodeled house, not the garage that I live in, but yeah, it killed one of my pigeons and couldn't eat it. And then
Pigeon car.
I didn't know that's what killed the pigeon. I was just confused why a pigeon was dead and kind of wet. And
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
I woke up the next day and this black snake had ate all 3 of my diamond doves, and I paid like fucking $200 for them.
Really?
Yeah, I traded some stuff for them, so it wasn't like I lost cash, but it was still like,
Yeah.
you know, they were getting ready to start laying eggs. I was like opening up a whole new market, you know, like finches and diamond doves and shit like that.
Never financially recovered from this.
Yeah, in the Old English games, there's like 48 accepted color variations. American game fowl aren't recognized by any organizations, but they're, you know, they're a breed.
Why?
So in order to, if you and I want to start a breed, right, we'd have to do it, and we'd have to have 5 people raise them for like 5 years or longer and keep like detailed notes, right? Game chicken people, nobody can agree what looks the same. If you breed blueface hatch and I breed blueface hatch, we're going to breed them kind of different, but not because we're breeding them for color or conformation. We're breeding them to like fuck each other up,
Yeah.
right? So no one could agree.
It's
and
preference.
that's why they're not.
I mean,
No,
it's-
this book I read that said if you breed for color, you lose on something. But then they broke down how to breed for color. That was why I bought the book, because
They're not very smart.
Well, no, it's just like you're gonna compromise maybe a better fighter over a spot on its tail.
Right.
You know what I mean? To whereas for me, the
Yeah, I
spot
guess
on
that's
the
something to
tail
do
is
with the
really-
genealogy.
It
That's
doesn't
just,
seem like it would matter that
genealogy
much.
is not the
It's
right
like
word
the
I'm looking for,
pedigree.
but you know what I'm saying.
Huh?
Like the pedigree.
No, it's all in. They don't breed for color at all. I mean, those chickens are beautiful, and that's why I have them. But those people don't breed them for color. They breed them.
They breed
they
for
probably
effect.
breed with color in the back of their mind, but they're breeding for fight capability.
It's more for
over-
effect than it is for look.
Dude, did you see how many people was fucking at this one they busted a few years ago? How many people you think a night on Saturday was up there?
On Saturday night?
Every week.
Here in this county,
Every week.
150.
200 to 400.
I believe it.
Full concession stands, full bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like
Oklahoma,
legit. Yeah.
Mexico showed up. Philippines people showed up. Alabama, Mississippi, big players, dude.
I believe
like
it.
the big names. Dude, they said each fight went $15,000.
I believe
I'm in the
it.
wrong business.
Isn't that fucking crazy? No, I met a dude. The guy I bought them diamond doves off of. He wanted to buy some game hens off of me to like. They'll incubate your eggs, right? You want something to incubate eggs? Find a game hen of some variety, and that you got an incubator. They'll hatch about 10 to 12 eggs and raise them. And I was talking to him. He said, "Yeah, my buddy was going to sell me some." He went, "These dudes from out west came over and bought every one of them $2,000 a piece." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he said they came out and bought one. Went out for a couple of weeks and came back, and he said, dude didn't want to sell them, kept telling them no. And he said they just kept upping the price till he got to $2,000, and that dude went, run it up. He had like 6 of them. And he said, why are you giving me this much money for this? He went, that one
Fucking
rooster.
wild.
He said, that one rooster we took out west from you, we won $500,000.
Wow.
Well, you know.
Cornering that market then.
Yeah, dude. I've been reading those books and those articles. Some of those old dudes make like $90,000 a night.
That's insane.
And then you're selling the birds, and each bird goes for like $600-$700. Like the trio I bought was like I paid $300, but on the internet it's $1,000.
Yeah, man. Wild money involved in that. That's crazy to me.
It's sketchy. It's sketchy, but like a lot of people got in trouble for mailing them out of the country. They don't let them do that anymore because, like, dude, there's people here you probably know. Several people here. They's making 6 figures a year sending fighting chickens to the Philippines and Mexico.
I believe it.
It's like flagged, shut down for this episode.
Oh no! Now you
Fighting
get
chickens.
now if you take a full grown chicken to the post office, you're on a list somewhere.
I believe it.
Oh
You're
yeah.
on a list somewhere.
You probably ship any livestock. You're probably on a list somewhere.
Probably, but not as strict. I don't think.
Well, when I worked for the company where we opened pearls and shit from the oysters, I had a ton of trouble with Fish and Wildlife.
Over vacuum sealed oysters?
Yeah, shipping them, they would go fucking missing. Like they'd like have to inspect the whole
Oh,
thing.
dude, I had 80.
They lost like multiple shipments of them they paid for.
I had 80 some quail eggs shipped to my house, and they almost all hatched. Isn't that crazy? Ain't that some shit?
They hatched like on while they were shipping.
No, like I brought
Oh, that'd be
home from
fucking
an
wild.
incubator.
That'd be the
No, but
worst.
isn't it crazy? You can just mail eggs.
Do you hear birds?
Dude, they mailed me chicks. It took a week for them to get to my house, and every one of them was alive.
Were they like? Are they like in dry ice or anything? I guess it don't make any sense with eggs.
Dry ice.
Well, that's how you ship food.
You talking about the eggs, not
No,
I know.
but like no. So like real eggs, you don't have to refrigerate.
I know that. I'm talking about, but do they just ship them? Like, I'm just confused how they ship
You
them.
just
That are
put them in like stuff so they don't break, and put them in the mail.
I'm confused about
Over
what
and
eggs
out
are
of-
real and what aren't. He was like real.
well,
eggs.
farm eggs you don't like.
So an egg has a bloom, right? When you wash that bloom off, bacteria can get in. But as long as you don't wash the bloom off, I don't keep my eggs in the refrigerator.
So are we eating real eggs?
Yeah. I just made a joke.
Okay.
I made a funny.
But yeah, but it's funny, but it's like not real. Like I mean, like it's not totally untrue.
No, it's
Like that's you don't have to. You also don't have to refrigerate milk if you milk the cow.
Yeah, I know that.
but
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for not pasteurizing your milk. I think
No,
it's
I know that, but I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah. But goddamn, you know what I love? And the last time I had it, I was on a camping trip. We was on a camping trip on this farm, man, and I was the only person that was from like a farm. Went on this camping trip. He was in college, and this dude brought out a jar, dude. It was steaming. You could see the fucking shit floating around it, and I was like, "Is that what I think it is?" And he
Oh,
went,
that's
yeah,
cool.
dude. It was freshly squeezed milk. And it's like it was just
I
it's so fucking
honestly,
good, dude.
I love milk, right? But when he said that, I gagged a little bit
Nah,
for some
dude,
reason.
See, I
Like,
don't drink
know.
milk. Like I can do like chocolate milk and stuff
I'd
like that.
suck on
I
those
can
are from
put
chocolate
milk in
cows.
cereal,
I'd suck on the udder.
but I
That's how
can't
good
drink
it is.
just like white milk out of a
I'd
glass.
suck on the udder. Quote him.
That's how good it is. I love it, but a lot of people don't, and it is warm.
I
It's
bet
weird.
my dad fucking loves it.
No, your dad would pretend like he did to like get clout. And then
Nah,
he's like, no,
nah.
like
My
it.
dad would fucking. My
And
dad
I-
would love it. My
Maybe.
dad would drink gallons of it.
Yeah,
you don't know
dude.
how much my dad drinks like a gallon of milk
Dude,
a fucking day.
Dude, those chickens he got were pretty.
He drinks a gallon of milk a day. Like he eats a pack of cookies and drinks a gallon of milk.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
So he would drink. I think he would just drink straight
Hey, I
milk.
don't. Even if he didn't like it though, I think he'd.
I
tell me if
feel
he
like
liked
you
it.
ain't seen this motherfucker eat or drink anything. It's gone before you even know it
No,
happens.
that's true. Yeah. No, I've been at your.
I don't. He don't taste anything.
Quick question
he's-
before we go to closure, because I know we've talked a whole lot about the farming aspect of it,
A little bit. We bullshit it most of the time.
the bakery side of it.
Oh,
What
I
are you
just-
cooking? What are you making? What are you selling?
Whatever pays.
That didn't answer my question.
There's a lot of
right.
things you can cook
What-
that
what-
pay.
what's
Right
your
now-
hot items? What are you
Oh.
pushing more than anything
The
else?
Butterfingers lately, but people really like the muffins. People really like my brownies. I've been testing this pecan candy, and a lot of people like it. But yeah, the bacon, man. If you told me somebody give me $8 for a brownie, I wouldn't have went to college.
That's fucking true. Really, like
fucking
could have been doing that, like, and build up the business. Because
Yeah.
people,
Dude, imagine if I'd have never quit showing chickens. How many awards I'd have over the last 15 years.
people ask for your shit too.
Yeah.
Like, people want the shit you make, which makes me worry that you just won't do it anymore.
Well, that's like
What?
one thing I've been talking
That
about
is
with my mom.
that is.
Yeah, that you'll be like, no, that's too much pressure
Nah,
from you guys.
no, it's not that. It's just like once I get it, I'm just like, what can I do now?
Yeah, yeah,
What-
no,
what is
Butterfingers. No, I mastered those.
Nah,
doing
those
something
Butterfingers
else.
are fucking good though.
They're good. I've had a couple of them. My mom used to make wedding cakes and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So she's,
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah, she done
Yeah.
wedding cakes. Like she's done a lot of baking over the years. I've
Same.
never had any pumpkin roll that I will
Oh,
prefer over my mother's pumpkin roll.
Love to bake.
But like when my dad passed, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, she just started talking randomly one day. She's like, "Everyone loves like all these recipes and stuff, but what would I do if all of a sudden like I died tomorrow and y'all didn't have all these recipes?" So that's one thing we started working on with her. Is that
Writing
it's something
them
that
down.
she's wanting to do for Christmas. It's not just writing it down, but we're making a whole damn cookbook for her.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of awesome because we kind of went back to like the conversation we had with Jeremy Wright when he came in and talked about how he binded the book and how he done everything
Yeah.
through Amazon and everything. I'm like, listen, I had a whole podcast episode about this. I'm like, we could find a way to make this because she was like, I don't want to go through that process of punching holes and time.
Yeah, and fucking
Like-
Amazon does all
Like
that
we
shit.
can literally make that.
She's
for
so
you.
old school. That's so old school. Like
That's the way her
punching
mind
holes
was
and
going.
time
She's on.
string.
I would like to make a cookbook, and I would do like the marketing for my whole farm shit is like, you know, my marketing for my life. Like I'm vintage everything. I drive a 92 S10. All the clothes I'm wearing are like
Fucking
40 years
cleanest S10. I don't mean like clean because it's nasty on the inside.
I,
but,
know.
like,
I
been
saw where
clean.
Nick got a hub the other day. Shout
But
out
it's-
Nick. I saw where he detailed it for you.
yo, it is the cleanest. Like, it's one of the nicest S10s I've ever
Like
been in.
the egg cartons I use to sell are vintage style egg cartons. They're navy green, and I only do mamaw recipes. Like I'll never make cake pops for you. I'm never going to make your wedding cake. But if you want a caramel cake, I'll make that because no one else makes those.
See, that's what she does.
If you want Butterfingers, old fashioned, I'll make them. I just want to make like old. That's my niche. I'm niching down, and I would love to. That's a good thought. I want to do like a mamaw church cookbook, but mine.
See, I think that would be phenomenal. That's what we're trying to push on her.
Mamaw Eric's church cookbook.
Well, she's got
A
one.
bunch of upside down.
I'm all about it.
The pumpkin roll recipe, like the stories
black.
behind them too is crazy too, because like years ago, before she even went back to school, became a nurse and everything, she used to clean houses for doctors. I can't remember who the doctor was, but she went in their house one day and they had pumpkin rolls sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, here, get you by that." And she's like, "That's phenomenal."
Yeah, I love
They're like, "Oh, well, here's my recipe. Like it came from another country."
Yeah.
She's like, "Here's my recipe."
Dude,
So she's got that wrote down from like it's still in the original
Yo, your
like
mom make us some
card from
pizza?
like 1993.
Will your mom make us some pumpkin roll?
Yeah.
Dude, everybody asks me, they're like, "What's your recipe?" I bet you won't give it away. I'm like, the first fucking thing on Google. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Google it.
I guess we didn't share the memo, and maybe we should have, about how guests usually bring things.
Yeah.
I was out of things, or I would have. I sold out Saturday, thankfully.
Next time you're on, we expect.
Yeah, I'll bring some shit. The bacon's paying my bills.
pecan
though.
pie.
I think the quail will be.
You make a
mine.
pecan pie?
I've never made one. I would make a good sweet potato pie.
I'm all about some sweet potato.
Sweet potato pie.
I want pecan.
No, you want my sweet potato pie, dude.
I don't.
I took it to my mechanic.
You wrong.
You want that man's pie.
The pie, eat my pie.
No, I make a good pie. I make a mean pie. I make good scones. I don't know what the best thing I make is though. That's a hard.
Love.
No,
What type of muffins do you
You
make?
shot that down so quick. No, he said
I'm really bad at that.
no.
A lot of people's favorite muffins are the blueberry white chocolate chip with lemon zest.
Holy
Fuck.
shit.
And a lot of people
That
like
just hit.
I'm cutting this part of the podcast.
a lot of people like the banana chocolate chip too.
Banana chocolate
I done
chip.
strawberry with candied lemons on top, and that was a big hit.
You're such a tease. Tease.
How much you make a
I
muffin?
got muffin blue balls.
Off 4 dozens of muffins, I get 20 boxes, and I sell each box for $8.
That didn't help me at all. How much do you make?
$160 off.
There we go.
I
Couldn't you just
I
say
don't
that?
know why he just didn't go
I
there.
think I say that when he has to do the
like-
math and
He had to
plus.
do quantity.
That's like an hour and a half of work.
Hour and a half's worth of work, and he gets you how much?
Well, it's more than an hour and a half because I have to like go set up or drive
Yeah.
around and sell them and shit. But about $200
That's not bad.
because I've been making more than that. I've been taking like.
What do you
50
make an hour?
boxes.
Not that.
Not an hour and a half.
Well, see, that's the good thing about it. I don't work that much. I work real hard, like a couple days a week. Like I moved my sheep's enclosure today, and I regret it because I should have cut the grass. But then I was like, well, I don't know, it'll be fine. And now it's not shocking.
Don't let him fuck with you. His real passion is find the best Mexican restaurants.
Me. Yeah, you know that one I love clothes in Kingsport. They get turned into a truck.
Yeah, but that low key secret one in Pikeville didn't close.
Oh no.
That place is legit.
I love enchilada rancheras.
That place, there's a hidden. It's not hidden. It's been in
South
business
Side
for
Road.
years. It's right beside the Holiday Inn there,
It's the second
and
one that ever opened in Pikeville.
it's beside Captain D's.
Yeah.
El
Man,
Panchos.
I'm telling you, dude, it is nuts.
It's nobody goes there.
A bunch of people from Las Piñas work there.
Yeah.
It's location.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to get so drunk after my physics lab.
Well, somebody goes there. They've been in business forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a hit. I think
It's the
people
China
like
Garden of Mexican restaurant. So like it's kind of nasty. It's like it's like nasty, but it's run down. It's an old
Pikeville's got some
Hardee's.
good eats, man. Like a lot of people don't talk about Chirico's.
Yo,
it. I ain't been there in a minute.
that was
Chirico's is the shit.
Monroe. You never had Chirico's?
Never had
in a
Chirico's.
No, man. It's like a homemade Italian
It's in a
place. Like,
house. Have you been to the one in Clintwood?
no,
That
But
Italian's pretty good. They
that's-
say he's hiding from the mom.
me and my wife when we were
Yeah.
dating, and when we were the first few years of our marriage, we went to Chirico's like every year.
Yeah,
Dude, Chirico's is
good.
one of my favorite restaurants of all time. So, used to be in the Hotel Pinson in downtown Pikeville. And we can close with this because it's fucked up and weird. It kind of reminds, the hotel reminded me of The Shining, right?
Oh yeah,
So you go up the first, second floor, it's like old ass carpet, like the doors are fucked up and shit. You go up to the third floor and the doors, like the base of the door starts halfway up the wall and goes through the ceiling. And you're like, why the fuck is this here? Why is it like that? Plus, you would get on the elevator, and if you went up to the third floor and the elevator door opened up, it's just a brick wall. And there would be like carvings and shit in it. It was wild, but they finally tore down the hotel. They moved it. It's out literally right across
It's in
from
a house.
what's the movie theater called in Pikeville?
Riverfield.
Riverfield 10.
Riverfield.
It's right across from Riverfield.
Dude, I've stood in so many lines there to watch Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh man,
No,
there.
I'm gonna
that
give
tour
you.
of Italy.
Can I give you
Smacks.
homework before I come back?
Yes.
I'm gonna send you.
I've never done any
homework.
homework.
We've never had anybody give us homework.
No, I'm not
I'm
gonna
here
do
for
it.
it.
I'm gonna send you two things: a playlist and all kinds of chickens
goddamn
I
right.
have. Dude,
Yo, let me tell you what's going to happen to you, though. You're going to be listening to it on the way to work, and you're going to be into it. You're going to be like, you know what? This fucking
you're gonna be
hits.
ready to fight.
Yeah. And then you're gonna call me.
I need to be ready to fight tomorrow. So
She
you just need to go ahead
she
and send it.
she says, "Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new."
I don't know. That does nothing for me.
You gotta,
No,
you gotta stay with
get
it.
And it's like kind of trashy, but that makes it hotter. You know,
That's your favorite. It's just trashy.
That is. I
As
told
slutty
you.
as
I
possible.
told you on the porch.
Hey, let me tell you a
I
secret.
told you on the porch. I want a Pam Anderson or a Logan Lerman.
Hey, let me tell
one
you
of the
secret.
two.
That's what Wes likes too.
We love to have you, man.
Yeah, no. Next time we'll actually talk about farming. I'm getting a high tunnel next year. I got grants. Like I can talk about like real life.
Well, I told you
farming.
that's what we wanted you to talk about. What you wanted to talk about, and that you had a lot to
that's
say.
a bad thing. I'll talk about fucking glow reel all night or something.
We'll talk about whatever.
The biggest
but,
thing,
like,
I
I
just
get
want to be
grants.
entertained. I was fucking entertained.
I
it was
get I
fair.
get grants and like shit. You know.
Yeah, we didn't get into the whole like how you. I mean, you make more of a living than just selling baked goods. Like
Yeah. Like I'm welfare in a different way.
yeah.
You know, they just gave me $5,000 to expand my egg.
You're not buying
chicken
fudge
and
rounds.
stuff. No, I'm buying 2x4s and chicken wire and incubators, but it's still like welfare. I don't got
We'll
paid
have to
back.
check this out. This is going to be a to be continued.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, and the second part of the homework, I'll send you all kinds of chickens I have. You have to come to the house, check them out.
He's gonna send you pictures. He's gonna send you rap music and cock pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get cock
Yeah,
pictures.
because the roosters are generally prettier.
I'm show your wife. Look at all these pictures of cocks Eric sent
I've
me.
got some frizzled chickens too, man. Their feathers turn out.
Go ahead and plug your socials and stuff. That way, if anybody wants to check out your TikTok,
Oh, I'm
and stuff,
just
they'll check.
I'm Eric Silus King on TikTok or Instagram. That's the only two places you should follow me.
That is, but just come to the farmer's market and buy your.
Yeah, come to the farmers market.
If you're
I want to
local.
learn
So if
how
you're
to,
local, well,
no, I had someone at the farmers market's like mailing bread. I want to learn how to mail muffins or like
Oh yeah,
well,
just find Eric Silus King,
yeah
on social media.
Instagram, and I mean not Instagram, but TikTok.
message him and be like, mail me some fucking muffins.
Yeah, I will.
Mail me your cock.
I just got to learn. Yeah, no, I just have a panic attack.
Mail me a cock.
It's $700.
God damn, it's a lot.
Here's the thing. I don't really want to sell them, but money does talk. You know, and you ain't got to tell me what you're doing. Just lay it down, walk off. I ain't got room. I'm out of room. I'm giving them away right now. If you want me to be honest, come over and get them.
Abundance of cock.
2 million.
Eric, I love you, man. I appreciate you coming on
Y'all
the show.
too. No problem.
anybody wants to follow, obviously can hit us up on at Unpaid Lunch at any of the social media platforms. One thing, we got a new concept coming up here in the next couple weeks, so definitely want to spotlight any of our Patreon followers. New segment we're going to try to start launching on Wednesdays. We'll try to get some type of information out to Patreon followers and try to plug that a little bit more coming forward on Instagram and a couple of other social media platforms. As always, you can subscribe at any.
You get so professional when you're plugging. I love it.
You like
it's
it?
fucking
No,
awesome. It's my favorite.
I did back in the day. They gave me
my
shit for
favorite.
it.
My brain goes in because I'm
I
trying
love
to
it.
process it all.
Go on it.
But
It's a
now
script.
you fucked me up. Now you got to finish it. It's on you now. You got me on the flow.
What y'all put on TikTok for? Me?
This guy gets lost in it.
No, I could go for
TikTok's-
4 hours. I mean,
TikTok's usually if you follow us on TikTok, you get a lot of content of just random.
I've seen just the clips.
You get like our random thoughts after work too. We have a lot of fucking just random thoughts after work. And
I mean, I
and,
follow you on TikTok, but
and then repost, and then we usually share clips from the episode
Okay.
every week.
Okay. I've
And
seen
that's
that.
pretty-
That's the ones I
yeah.
see. Is the ones that's one.
Yeah.
I
and then-
love to go out and appreciate as well, like other people's good quit their job stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Oh,
So
yeah.
a lot of it's
We're on there to like people's. We like a shit ton of just
I-
quit your job stories.
I technically didn't quit my last job.
Yeah, you just didn't go back.
Yeah, they tried to bluff and they were like, if you take 12 weeks off, you have to take 12 weeks. I was like, motherfucker, I'm getting $600 a week. All right. And then
We live for that.
yeah, and then I got addicted to flipping channels and like I ethically flipped things. I didn't rip people off. I just like if I found a $50 T-shirt, I'd sell it for like 25 or something.
Listen, I think there's an episode in that.
We're gonna do a whole vintage episode.
Vintage is that could be a whole thing. But yeah, I started doing that, and then they called me back at week 8 and went, "We actually need you to come back." And I was like, "Oh, you said I had to go 12 weeks." They were like,
too
"No,
bad.
we need you back." And I went, "Well, bub, I just made $5,000 from Goodwill." And they went, "What?" And I went,
I'm good.
I think I'm staying home."
I think you said follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
Follow us on
I was transitioning into
Follow us on
the
Snapchat and
podcast
OnlyFans.
platforms.
Yeah.
Cut that.
Y'all fucked up my flow.
I'm sorry.
You gotta listen to
I only
female
fucked it up
rap.
'cause I
You
loved
get a
it.
flow that can't get
I want
fucked
to shout
up.
out the patrons because we've not done that. Travis Sturgill, Chris Hammonds, Charlie Poop West, Cameron Vance, Mike Adams. Appreciate you guys for sticking with us since the beginning
Y'all got any merch?
and hanging. We got a little bit, but we're working on some of that.
You should get
So
koozies.
that shit's coming out soon. This motherfucker loves koozies.
I used to make merch for nonprofits, and I know what's cheap and what's good. What people like.
God.
Just hire him.
You're right. I've had like
We miss
80,
anything?
I've had like 80, 100 jobs.
Boys, y'all got anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Cozy. Don't follow me, but follow me. You know.
I don't know.
I do a lot of shit. Like if you want to look up my stuff, that's cool. But I'm in like a horror podcast.
Nobody understands what you're saying.
Yeah.
Follow me, but don't follow me.
It's just like mysterious. Look for it.
I'm
but
so
no.
confused. I'm leaving.
I remember y'all. Ain't nobody stopping you from quitting your job, but you.